Dave is 64 years old. Retired electrician from Columbus, Ohio. $1,800 a month from Social Security. $60,000 in savings. And 2 years ago, he was standing in a 2-bedroom apartment in Málaga, Spain, trying to decide whether to buy it or walk away. The asking price was 220,000 euros. He had the savings. He had the dream. He did not buy. And that apartment is now worth roughly 253,000 euros. So, was he wrong? Today we're running the numbers. Both paths, honestly. What buying would have looked like. What renting actually cost. And what the answer tells you about your own decision. This is not investment advice. This is a thought experiment with real data. Coming up, the €8 lunch that still exists if you know where to look. The 33,000 euro paper gain that Dave can't actually spend. The visa problem nobody in the lifestyle videos mentions. And the honest answer to which path was smarter, which turns out to depend entirely on one question. Let's start where Dave's Tuesday starts. 8 in the morning. A neighborhood bar near the Mercado de Atarazanas, a 19th century iron market hall in the historic center. Café con leche, tostada con tomate. Total, €2.50. In Columbus, that's a vending machine coffee. By 10, the market is alive. Sea bream just off the boat, anchovies, cuttlefish, the whole Mediterranean laid out on ice under a vaulted iron ceiling. Dave's weekly shop here, 40 to 60 euros. His weekly shop at Kroger in Columbus, closer to 140. Lunch is at 2. Not because Dave is on a schedule, because the whole city stops. The menu del dia, 3 courses, bread, a glass of local wine. 10 to 12 euros at any bar that isn't pointing at a cruise ship. Dave eats better here for 12 euros than he did for 35 back home. Afternoons belong to the paseo. The Mue Uno waterfront, the shadow of the Alcazaba. 3,248 sunshine hours a year, one of the highest totals in continental Europe. Winters run 14 to 18 degrees Celsius. Dave can sit outside in January. He could not do that in Columbus. East of the center, past the city beach, is Pedregalejo, a former fishing village. Narrow streets, small plazas, espetos, sardines grilled on a stick over an open fire on the beach. 8 to 10 euros a plate. Buses to the center in 15 minutes. This is where a lot of expat retirees quietly end up. Just east of Pedregalejo is El Palo, even more local, even cheaper. 1-bedroom rents running 600 to 900 euros a month. Its own daily fish market. If Pedregalejo is the expat village, El Palo is where you go when you want to actually live like a Malagueño. The English is widely spoken in commercial areas. Widely enough that some expats go years without learning Spanish. Dave's one of them. That's a comfort and, honestly, a trap. But it means the city is navigable from day one, which matters when you're 64 and doing this alone. Now, the numbers. In early 2024, a 2-bedroom apartment in a neighborhood like Pedregalejo or the historic center was running roughly 200 to 240,000 euros. Dave's $60,000 in savings, call it about 55,000 euros at the time, looked like a down payment. But here's the first number that changes everything. Buying a resale property in Spain costs 8 to 12% on top of the purchase price. On 220,000 euros, that's between 17,600 and 26,400 euros in taxes, notary fees, registry, and historia before Dave owns a single tile. Dave's $60,000 in savings would have covered the down payment, barely. Non-resident mortgages in Spain in 2026 run 3.5% to 4.5% fixed, and banks cap the loan at 60 to 70% of valuation. So Dave would need 30 to 40% down, plus those transaction costs. he'd be stretching every euro he had. Now the upside. Málaga property prices rose 13% in 2024, against a national average of 4.4%. By end of 2025, that €220,000 apartment was worth roughly €253,000, a paper gain of €33,000 in under 2 years. Paper gain. That word matters. Dave can't spend it. To realize it, he'd sell, triggering Spanish capital gains tax and 3 to 5% in agent fees. The gain is real. The cash in his pocket is not. Not yet. Not unless he sells. Meanwhile, the annual costs of owning stack up. IBI, the municipal property tax, runs roughly €600 a year on a property like this, based on Malaga's rate of 0.65% applied to the cadastral value. Community fees for a standard building, estimated €80 to €200 a month. And as a non-resident, Dave also owes non-resident income tax on imputed rental income, even if he's living there and not renting it out. Now the renter's path. In early 2024, a 2-bedroom apartment in Malaga was running roughly €1,000 a month. By 2026, that same apartment is €1,400 a month. Rents rose 15 to 20% in 2025 alone. Malaga is now the hardest city in all of Spain to rent affordably. 52% of average family income per Idealista. Over 24 months, Dave the renter paid roughly €28,800 in rent. Dave the buyer paid roughly the same in transaction costs alone, before a single mortgage payment, before IBI, before community fees. The renter's money is gone, but so is the buyer's. The difference is the buyer also has an asset and a lot of paperwork. Here's the break-even math, simply. At €1,200 a month in rent, Dave, the buyer, needs 15 to 22 months of free renting just to recoup the transaction costs, before he's even at zero. That's over a year and a half where the renter is, financially, ahead. After that, the buyer's appreciation starts to pull away, but only if he stays. And here's the thing nobody in the lifestyle videos mentions. Dave's $1,800 a month in Social Security falls short of Spain's non-lucrative visa income requirement for 2026, €2,400 a month. He doesn't qualify on income alone. He needs to show savings documentation to bridge the gap. That's doable, but it's a real friction point, and it affects both paths. Also worth knowing, Spain's Golden Visa, the investment residency route, was suspended on April 3, 2025. The non-lucrative visa is now the primary pathway for American retirees. Processing time, 2 to 4 months. Consular fee, $140. Not complicated, but not automatic either. One more thing the numbers don't capture. Waypoint Sur talked to expats who were convinced they wanted Marbella, and 2 years in had moved to Nerja. Others rented in Malaga City, then realized they needed a garden and decamped to a village outside Coin. Renting gave them the freedom to be wrong without it costing €20,000 in transaction fees to fix. If you're finding this useful and want to follow where Dave and the rest of the crew end up next, Linda's looking at Sevilla. Robert has questions about healthcare in Valencia. Hit subscribe. We run the real numbers, not the brochure version. So which path was smarter? Here's the honest answer. It depends on one question: how long are you staying? If Dave planned to be in Malaga for 10 years or more, buying in 2024 looks like the right call. The appreciation is real. The rental savings compound. The asset builds. If he needed the first 2 years to figure out whether Malaga was actually his city, renting bought him something money can't easily quantify: the freedom to be wrong. The €33,000 paper gain is real. So is the trap. Dave would be locked in, paying IBI, community fees, and non-resident income tax in a city where even landlords are under pressure. The renter paid more month to month. The buyer paid more upfront and carries ongoing costs. Neither path is obviously stupid. Both require you to know yourself. One disclaimer said plainly, this is a thought experiment using verified data, not financial advice. Past price appreciation in Málaga does not guarantee future returns. Some analysts see continued growth. Others project only 3 to 5% in some areas as the market matures. Verify everything with a local solicitor and a tax professional before you sign anything. Here's what we want to know from you. Are you a Dave? Skeptical, watching from the sidelines, not sure yet? Or have you already made the call, bought, rented, or decided this whole thing isn't for you? Tell us in the comments. And tell us, what's your number, the monthly income you're working with, and the city you keep coming back to? Dave's still renting. He found a one-bedroom in Palo for €850 a month. He has a balcony. He eats sardines on the beach twice a week. He's not sure he made the right call on the apartment, but he's pretty sure about the sardines. Next time, Linda is looking at Sevilla, a different city, a different budget, a different question. Same sun. We'll see you there.